If you are watching this from outside Hong Kong, you might wonder why a building in Asia is appearing in your recommended feed. The answer is simple. Because there are some places where history is so dark, it does not need translation. Case file number HS 1945. Location number 2. High Street, Sai Ying Pun, Hong Kong Island. Date of incident, February 14th, 2019. Valentine's Day. On this night, a 50-year-old security guard started his first shift. It was also his last. The official cause of death was cardiac arrest. But when you understand what this building has remembered, you will realize that some deaths cannot be explained by medicine. If you search the global paranormal database for Hong Kong, High Street is always flagged as an active anomaly zone. Not because of government tourism ads, but because of the data. Reddit threads, forums, urban explorers. Visitors from around the world all report the same thing. The atmosphere here is wrong. Some say they saw a headless figure. Some say they heard women crying when no one was there. But this file is not just a ghost story. It is an analysis of a storage device made of stone. Let us open the file. In 1892, the British colonial government constructed a nurses' dormitory in Sai Ying Pun. It was built entirely from granite. Granite, one of the oldest rocks on Earth. Geologists know that granite contains quartz crystals. These crystals possess a property called the piezoelectric effect. This means they can respond to electromagnetic waves, and human emotions, especially extreme pain and fear, generate specific electromagnetic frequencies. Granite records them. In 1939, everything changed. The building was converted into a mental hospital ward for women. 84 beds. It housed patients deemed incurable. Treatment back then was primitive. No medication. Only restraint, isolation. Records show patients would bang their heads against the stone walls for hours. Their screams echoed in the granite corridors day and night. The stone remembered. December 25th, 1941. The Japanese army occupied Hong Kong. Official records are scarce, but survivor accounts suggest the Japanese military police used this building, likely for interrogation. Across the street, at King George V Memorial Park, locals believe there are unmarked graves from mass executions. For 3 years and 8 months, the granite absorbed a new layer of data. Fear, torture, death. In 1945, Japan surrendered. The building became a mental asylum again. It operated until 1971, when it was abandoned. For the next 30 years, it sat empty, a void. Until in 2019, the building had been renovated into a community complex. The government kept the original granite facade and the L-shaped corridor. They thought they were preserving history. They didn't know they were preserving the trauma. This brings us to Subject C. The age is 50. Security guard. A practical man. He did not believe in ghosts. he only believed in clocking out on time. February 14th, 2019. His first night shift. 11 o'clock at night. First patrol. Subject C walked down the 38-meter granite corridor. Silence. He stopped to check the wall for cracks. He placed his hand on the stone. Contact time, 3 seconds. At that moment, the surface temperature of the stone dropped to 12 degrees Celsius. Far below the ambient air temperature. Subject C felt a shock. Then, he saw shadows on the wall. Not his own shadow, but a row of people standing in military formation. He heard a voice. Not Cantonese, not English, Japanese, barking orders. Subject C pulled his hand away. His palm was freezing, like he had touched ice. He reported no anomaly, but his hand remained cold for 20 minutes. Analysis. His bioelectricity had triggered to the Granite memory playback. Midnight. Second patrol. Subject C walked faster this time, but near the archway he heard a sound. A rhythmic impact, like a head hitting stone. The frequency was low, 2 hertz. He looked under the archway. There was a figure, white, semi-transparent, facing the wall. Subject C tried to call out, but his vocal cords paralyzed. The figure slowly turned around. It had no face, only eyes, hollow, painful, staring. It pointed at the wall, where an old sign used to hang female ward. Then it vanished. Subject C returned to the guard post. Heart rate 120. He wrote no report. He didn't know how to describe data errors. 3 o'clock in the morning. Third patrol. The critical event. Subject C walked to the window to look at the park outside. He saw lights on the grass. Shapes that looked like hands reaching up from the earth. Then he heard voices, hundreds of them, calling his name. Chense, Chense. The sound wasn't coming from the park. It was coming from behind him. He turned around. The entire corridor was full. 30 to 50 figures, white, static, standing in rows, waiting. They were not attacking. They were simply present. One figure stepped forward and pointed at Subject C's chest. His heart monitor would have shown a spike to 180 beats per minute. And then, silence. 6 in the morning. Discovery. Subject C was found dead in the guard post. Forensic report, natural causes, cardiac arrest. But the internet knows better. This incident was not a haunting. It was a system overload. The Granite memory theory suggests that 130 years of pain are compressed into these stones. When a person, alone at night, touches these walls, they become a receiver. Subject C downloaded too much history. His heart couldn't handle the file size. He wasn't killed by a ghost. He was killed by the past. If you ever visit High Street in Hong Kong, you will see the beautiful granite archways. Residents danced there during the day. But if you walk past at night, do not touch the walls, because what you feel isn't the coldness of the stone. It is the body temperature of a dead era. Some memories are too heavy for one person to carry. When you touch history, history touches you back.